to have you on the program.
Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. That's worth the whole trip.
And that's real. That's sincere. They weren't asked to do that. That's for you.
There's something really special and really electric about New York audiences. They're ready to be entertained. And if they only come to see you if they like you.
And they like you.
They like you.
So what has been going on in your life?
Well, I was minding my own business, sitting down in Florida, reading my 7 newspapers, and I finally got to the Palm Beach Post, and I turned the page, and it said, Mike Douglas is my idol. And I thought to myself, what is that? And it was Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell, right.
And it went on and on and on, and then finally they asked me to do the show. And my youngest daughter said, go for it, Dad. You know, she said, you know you're bored. And I was a little bit bored, to be honest with you. And then I came, and the same thing happened over there. But it's wonderful to see you again.
Oh, really?
You know, you amaze me, and I'm sure he amazes everybody. I don't know how you do it, having done this myself for so long, how you do what you do. You do this show, and then you go over to New Jersey, and the cable show, by the way, is really wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan.
But
of
enough
the shows.
about me, Mike. How many grandchildren? And
I've got 5 grandchildren.
based around the Cleveland area, mostly?
Yes, that's why I'm living there.
Uh-huh.
I have 5 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren.
I wonder if I'll ever live long enough to have one. My 17-year-old's my only hope, and I'm going to hang on and take my vitamins and do my push-ups.
You're in great shape. You'll be around.
I know. I should be a grandfather now. I've got a 2-year-old, so go figure. In all those years, did you ever, in your own mind, get the highlights, the landmarks, your favorite interview, your favorite, those kinds of things? Can you? Is it possible? For instance, your favorite interview?
My favorite interview had to be the late Betty Davis.
Really?
Yeah, she was so special, and kind of a tragic story. You know, the book by her daughter and all. And
alleging that she was kind of crazy and abusive and...
Yeah. And I had, of course, Barbara Streisand on the show when she was 20 years old. You know, but that was really an experience.
How was that?
It was truly an experience because I remember they gave me a lot of heat for hiring her. The company did.
Why?
Because she was rather kooky in those days. You know, she had boots with fur at the top. She tucked the jeans in, and it was an unusual stage for her, but the talent was there, and she'd come in every morning and go like this and point to her throat, and I'd think, oh my God, she's got laryngitis. And then that red light would go on, and then it'd be goosebump time all over the place. She was fantastic.
How about John and Yoko, friends of mine?
John and Yoko, that was an experience. It took us 5 weeks to do that, those 5 shows, 5 90-minute shows, because they would come down once a week from New York and do the show and then go back. And it was like our vacation week. But that experience, and I'm sure you'll enjoy this, I had people saying hello to me and waving to me who didn't even watch my show. I think I got around to ask him why. I asked Ringo one time why they broke up, and he did a shock take, you know, and went into a lot of shtick. Never did tell me why.
Well, it's a
But you know what the rumor was, of course.
That
they broke up because of Yoko, is what I had heard. I never corroborated that rumor.
They've reconciled now.
Have they?
Yeah. And John looks so much like his son, like what's the big boy's name? Julian. So who was your youngest?
The youngest would have been, I think, a young man named Mason Reese. Remember him?
Mason Reese, absolutely.
It was very interesting.
I ran into him as a grown-up, you know. Still a small grown-up, but a grown-up.
Very small grown-up.
He's not doing too much. Do you miss it? Do you miss the anxiety before you come out? Do you miss the crowds? Do you miss them?
I miss the audience, the live audience. And
Any plans of doing it again?
I would never work 5 days a week again. You know what that's all about.
I sure do.
We used to do, at one time we were doing 7 90-minute shows in 5 days. That's a lot. And you don't just walk in for the 90 minutes, folks. You're there, and it becomes your life, as you know.
It does become
everything anyone says. You can be out having dinner, and somebody says something, and you look at your wife and say, I think maybe, you think I'd be good for the show? And you're with it 24 hours a day.
I feel terrible even asking, but would you sing us to commercial? Could you?
Sing a commercial?
Yeah, like we started the segment with Michelle. Do you want to refrain or reprise that?
With Michelle. Okay. I'll try something.
All right, listen. The one and only Mike Douglas, it has been our honor to have him on. He's going to now sing us through the bridge.
This is, everybody has a song they associate with their past and the person that they suddenly wind up and spend the rest of their life with. This has been our song for many, many years. And the only song Jimmy Dorsey, the late Jimmy Dorsey, ever wrote. If you stop me anytime you want, because I get...
They'll fade to commercial.
In this world of ordinary people, extraordinary people, I'm glad there is you in this world of overrated pleasures and underrated treasures. I'm glad there is you. That's enough. Robert, thank you so much.
Mike Douglas.
Thank you very much. Thank you.